Well, good morning, and as you can see, it's a bit of a wet morning. In fact, I've just come across the field and the long grass, and I can feel the water squelching in my boots right now, but at least I can go home and get changed. So I wanted to share something with you, and that was really about something that comes up a lot when I'm talking to coaching clients, and that is about creating without doubt. Now, for some people, they can't create without doubting everything they do. In fact, quite often, the doubt stops them from creating. It's the one thing that stops them from following through with an idea, because they doubt if it's going to be effective. They doubt whether they're going to be able to carry it off. I was talking to one client who's created an amazing series of events, and they was telling me how those events are almost full, they're almost fully subscribed, which is very successful, and yet they're still doubting. They're still doubting the efficiency of what they're doing. They're worried about not getting that last subscriber in, and when I asked them what would that mean, they just said, well, just less profit. So it was really no big deal, it wasn't the end of the earth. But they're also having some doubts about how the future might look when these events actually happen. They were even catastrophizing about, loved ones dying, or, literally the moon falling out of the sky. I mean, yeah, it was that extreme. And yet, she wasn't seeing that the same energy, the same force that had helped her to create these incredible events was actually the same force that she was using to make herself feel ill. And that, quite simply, was the way she was thinking. So she was allowing unhealthy thinking to really get under her skin and to put those doubts in place. I mean, you could stack those doubts up and, they would be like the Empire State Building tall, because every possible what if was being played around in her head. And so I said to her, well, instead of the negative what ifs, what would it be like to look at the positive what ifs? What if this event is the springboard for even more international events? What if you fill that last place and you also get a wait list for your next event? What if you get approached by somebody who wants you to put on a collaboration, something even huger? And she realised that those what ifs were just as valid, if not more valid, than the what ifs that she was actually running through her head. And then she admitted, this is the kind of stuff that I teach my clients, and I'm not applying it to myself. And it was in that moment that she realised the nature of doubt. And I have no doubt that there's going to be some great outcomes for her now, that she's shifted. And there wasn't a technique to use, there wasn't a strategy, there wasn't a method that she had to apply. It was really just realising that she had free will, she had a choice. The type of thoughts that she was entertaining, the type of thoughts that she was renting space to in her head. She has a choice. We all have a choice. So think about that. What would it be like to create without doubt? It's incredible, because I know that I do it. I create without doubt. I always had a philosophy when I had my design business in my 20s, and that was, if it's done, it's good. If it's not done, then the client hasn't got anything to see. So there can be no appreciation if there's nothing there. But if it's done, it's good. And then it's something to build on. And I enjoy creating. And I managed to do that without doubt. And I guess the way that I've done it is that I've become aware of the nature of thought and how it disrupts, how it derails. And it's unnecessary. It isn't healthy. And as one of my coaches would say, It's actually a misuse of thought. So I'm going to get back and I'm going to get dry now because it's coming down. Have a fabulous day.